Another example of a simple word problem that deals with a linear equation. And it's another one of those common ones. We'll start it off. The New York Thruway charges 2 cents per mile on the thruway if you buy the frequent travel pass that costs $25 per month. And I want to find the cost of purchasing this pass per month depending on the miles traveled. Total cost, the pass and how many miles you travel. So the unknown here, the important part of this is we don't know how many miles we're traveling. So I'm going to let this be our unknown. X is always a good one. So the cost of this, we're going to let that be C, is going to equal, the first thing we're going to get charged is that $25. So I might as well just get that down there. This is a fixed cost, so it doesn't get multiplied by anything. It's just, flat fee, $25. And then for every mile after that, we're going to get charged 2 cents per mile. So if you travel 2 miles, it's 4 cents, 10 miles, it would be 20 cents, so forth and so on. So all you have to do is take your 2 cents per mile and multiply by how many miles. And we get this nice simple linear equation. This type of word problem is usually finished off with a second piece of information. For instance, what if you didn't want to buy the travel pass? Maybe you just wanted to get charged a flat fee as you drove the thruway. Depends on how many miles you travel. So let's say it only costs 5 cents per mile without the frequent travel pass. And then we want to find out which plan is better for driving 800 miles per month on the thruway. So 5 cents per mile, that would be a simple cost function. That would just be 0.05x. So basically, we can do this two different ways. We can plug in the 800 miles into the x and see which plan is cheaper, or we can set the two cost functions equal to each other and find out where the break-even point is, where one plan or the other wouldn't really matter. In this case, let's plug in the 800. It just seems more reasonable, quicker. So that would be 25 plus 0.02 times 800. Oops. And this turns out to be 41 bucks. Down here, if we do the same thing, we get 0.05 times 800 miles that we've traveled, and this turns out to be $40. So the plan that would be better in the 800 mile case would be just play the flat fee and not even worry about buying the frequent travel pass. We could also ask a question like which amount of miles would be the turnover. When should you buy the travel pass? So what we could do is set up a nice little equation where we set the c's equal to each other, and we get 25 plus 0.02x is equal to 0.05x, and solve for x. So subtract the 0.02, and we get 0.03x, and then divide both sides by 0.03. And we get 833.3. Now, what measurement is this in? Well, remember at the very top we chose x to be the number of miles we traveled, so this must be miles. So the break-even point is 833 miles. If you travel less than that, stay with the 5 cents per mile. If you travel more than that, it's better to go and buy your frequent travel pass. And that's it. Pretty easy.